If you're a solo stylist and constantly overwhelmed, this one's for you. My name's Gianni and I'm a solo stylist. I work Monday through Saturdays, even though not every single day it's going to be behind the chair, but I am Monday through Saturdays for sure working towards my business and towards my goals. I have gotten pretty good at structuring the way I run my business, the way everything flows throughout the week. Mondays for me are CEO days. What does that mean? I am following up with clients that texted me over the weekend and wanted to pre-book their next appointment. I'm doing following up with consultations as well from clients that have reached out, and we're doing text message consultations. I am opening up my Excel sheet and making sure that I have ideas as far as what type of content I want to be uploading this week and the next week. If there's some ideas I thought about during the weekend, I make sure to input them into the Excel sheet. And I schedule things like from idea to filmed or edited or scheduled, like whatever the category may be, I make sure to do that on Mondays. Mondays will also be a day that, again, depending on how my day is looking, if I need to restock on inventory, I make sure to do that as well. And overall, plan out the rest of my week. If there's an idea, for example, like a retention campaign idea that I have, I make sure to write that down and make time. If not that same Monday, make time for it a different day throughout the week or the following week. But I make sure to constantly have those ideas written down or scheduled somewhere, so then I myself can then follow up with them later on. On a lighter week, Tuesday will be the day where I am filming certain funny related content or filming some talking head videos. So overall, just filming, meaning I get cute, I dress up. As long as I feel cute, then that's all I need. And just to start recording the content and already have everything planned out. For example, the outlines of the things that I'm going to say or the videos that I'm trying to remake. I make sure that I have all of that already done prior to the day that I'm filming. So I either did that already on Monday or the week prior. That way, when filming day comes, like I said, Tuesday, I make sure to do that, because anyone that has filmed before any sort of content, whether it's short format or long format videos, you know that it takes a lot of time. And if I have time that same day, that same Tuesday, for example, I will make sure to edit it that day. Perhaps not schedule it or do anything else, but at least start some editing or start selecting which video I may want to edit, depending on the type of content that I'm making. For me, timers help. Okay, being a self-employed girly, being a solo stylist, timers definitely add that pressure to make sure that I get things done within an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever time frame I have given myself. It honestly just really helps. The way I like to look at it is content doesn't just happen, especially when you want aligned content. You have to plan for it, you have to schedule it, and then you have to execute it. So, because the reality is life is gonna happen. Things need to get done. We're running a household, we have a family, and on top of that, we're running a business. So starting off Monday, planning everything out, honestly, such a game changer, and that has really, really helped me out. One of the things that I always make sure to do to have throughout my week is going to the gym. When I go to the gym, even in the morning, when I am not in the mood, right? When the alarm goes off at 4:45 a.m., I don't want to get up. But my internal thought most days is, if I go to the gym, I would have accomplished at least this. I just want to feel accomplished. So knowing that my gym clothes is ready, knowing that, past me already thought about that, really also helps just in general. So going to the gym for me has been such a game changer in making sure that I'm holding myself accountable, keeping myself organized. Everyone's life and schedule and all that is different. I myself try to go at least 3 times a week. My minimum, like I like to tell myself, is 3 times a week, especially with life going on right now. Before it used to be 4, now it's 3. If I can do more than that, I do, and I'm happy. But my minimum at the moment is 3. And it feels great. I feel accomplished. And it is also just me time, a time where I am not a bit like a business owner. I am not that I'm not a wife, or a tia or any of that, but I am just focusing on my goals, my gym goals, and like trying to crush it. And I love that for myself. So definitely staying consistent at the gym has been also something that is just part of my life as well. So midweek, I will for sure already be working behind the chair. I get fully immersed with my clients and catching up and doing the hair transformations and making sure I stock up on inventory or like organize my space. Like I am fully immersed in being a hairstylist. Most of my week at this point, especially again, like if I start off my week on Wednesday, my work week on Wednesday, my work behind the chair, to be more specific, my work behind the chair, I get fully immersed in that. And the reality is, even while being fully immersed in it, like I said earlier, I am still, aside from a business owner and a hairstylist and just running it all, I'm also a wife and I have a household to upkeep. I have to be on top of my family. So it doesn't stop. Just because you're self-employed does not mean, and I've learned this with time, just because you're self-employed does not mean that you have free time when you're not behind the chair, when you're not working. You are always working. And once I accepted that, like I'm always working, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to let that rule or let that overwhelm me. I'm just going to structure it so that it works for me. And that mind shift has really helped me out. Because my weeks end up being so busy behind the chair, outside of the chair, it's been such a game changer to automate so many things. And I'm still working on that, honestly. But automating like the retention campaign, automating certain follow-ups, certain booking, accepting like the bookings or collecting the deposits, automating those things has been such a game changer because being one person, I can't be doing it all at the same time. Like I'm making dinner right now, but I want to, collect deposit from this one client. Unless I'm doing it manually, which I still do for some of my girls, but it has taken that weight off of me for the people that want to just book their own service online and, they read the description, this and that, great. They pay the deposit, boom, we're good. Like having automated systems has been such a game changer. Same thing with the following up with the clients and following up with like how their hair is doing, just sending like messages, like starting those campaigns to send messages to, see how they're still enjoying their hair, seeing if they want any professional recommendations, any products that they want, any of that. I used to manually do, and it used to take up way too much time. It's part of the quality of the service that I provide, which I know my clients appreciate, and I love that for them. I love that for myself, for my brand, but it was getting too much. So when I looked into creating systems, honestly, game changer, like it really did help me out. The way that I see it is if you're doing everything manually, you are going to burn out at some point. Some Saturdays I work, some Saturdays I intentionally take them off. When I do work Saturdays, I tend to be like back to back or double booked just because I don't work every single Saturday. But I enjoy them because of the fact that I have purposely scheduled to work or purposely taken the day off. And then I make sure to disconnect. Once I am not Gianni the hairstylist, I fully disconnect from feeling that heaviness of I need to reply to this client or I need to, like, it's going to get done, especially because I know that those are all things that I do on Monday. I give myself grace to just say right now, there's no urgency. I will get back to it. I'll get back to this client in set time. And honestly, most my already clients, like my current clients, I already know that. So of course, they're perfectly fine when I reach out on Mondays. Or new clients, well, then they learn that as well, that's a boundary. I can't necessarily, unless they're booking online, they can just book 24/7. But they will know that I'll get back to them on Monday. And that's okay. Setting that boundary for yourself, the way I see it, I've set that boundary for myself, and it's okay. It gives me time to breathe and just be me and be the artist that I am outside of doing hair, outside of being in the salon studio space. Because if not, it would also be way too overwhelming. It would not feel fun. It will not help me achieve other goals that are not just my business goals, my personal goals as well. Like mentally, I need to be able to have other type of outlets, and I'm able to do those on the weekends when I fully disconnect. The way I see it is freedom isn't working less, it's being able to choose when you get to disconnect. Being self-employed is beautiful, but only when you build structure around it. Freedom doesn't come from doing whatever you want, whenever you want. It comes from building systems that support your life, your family, your growth. You don't need a big team to build something big. You just need clarity, structure, and discipline to continue showing up. If you're a solo stylist or a beauty entrepreneur trying to figure out your flow and your schedule, I hope this helped in seeing how you can structure your week the way you want it to, design it the way you want, instead of letting it just be and design itself, because ultimately it will. So if you're doing this, if you are self-employed, if you are your own boss, you get to structure that week for yourself. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you stay tuned on when my next video drops. I share content that has to do with behind the chair, speaking to other beauty entrepreneurs on how to stay consistent and show up and continue growing your business from a more aligned place. So stay tuned. I'll see you in the next one.